Do you ever have existential conflictions of dread that make you wonder if we're all that there is and that there's possibly more out there? Well, the Fermi paradox can possibly answer your problems. Now, you're probably wondering what the Fermi paradox is. It was created by Enrico Fermi, and he was a scientist born in the 1800s, the late 1800s, and he has the Nobel Peace Prize for Science, and has done many things in the field of astrology, and basically he had a major input on the idea of extraterrestrial life forms. So, do you ever wonder how many stars are out there? Shoot, how many galaxies are out there? Well, there are billions. The universe is potentially infinite, and most of us don't even know that. If you look up into the night sky, you see maybe 100 stars, or maybe 1,000 stars, but the truth is it's just a small part of the Milky Way, which is a galaxy we live in. In truth, the Milky Way has millions of stars, and the reality is that there are millions of galaxies that are even bigger than the Milky Way. And these galaxies have so many planets in them. Which brings me to the next thing. Since there are billions of stars out there and there's billions of planets, there is a very high probability that there's another planet just like Earth out there. And there's a good chance that it can hold life just like us. So, the next thing. Have you ever walked up some stairs and just felt like you couldn't go past that next stair because you were just so out of shape? Well, I was there until I lost 50 pounds. But I don't have that problem. The next part of the paradox are the filters. And each filter acts like a step on a staircase. Now, the first step, of course, and I'm going to use our species as an example, is achieving higher intelligence, okay? The second step is, of course, forming a society. The third step would be, of course, making a giant civilization that has interconnecting parts that work together and produce things for the society to live. And now, the last staircase, we don't know how many steps to the staircase there are. There could be an infinite number, but the truth is, our next step in our staircase would be interstellar travel. So, the filters are the main part of the paradox, and the truth is, every species has that problem of getting past each step. Now, some species, you could look at species that have gone extinct, and they just didn't get past one of those stairs. Now, this brings me to the conclusion that certain species cannot get past some of these staircases, and specifically intelligent life forms such as us cannot get past that last step, the step of getting to interstellar travel. That's why we don't see many aliens. That's why we don't see any. That's why we don't know of any, because they haven't got past that last step. And what that does is it makes it extremely hard to get past that. And if anything, if we haven't seen any aliens yet, then you should conclude that there's a good chance that we won't get past that step. And the last part of the paradox is there may be not as much intelligent life forms out there as we think. There is a good chance that we are just 1 in a trillion, and that our situation is just so unique that it can never be repeated. There is a high chance of that. You know, there's a great chance that our planet could just have the perfect combination to just make life intelligent. Or maybe it's just that there are other intelligent life forms out there that we cannot see. Maybe there is intelligent life out there, but maybe their conquest is to not reach interstellar travel. Maybe they want to be hooked up to a computer and experience unlimited happiness. Who knows? The truth is, the Fermi paradox is contradictory to itself because it has so many different possible outcomes that there's really no way to say that, hey, this is the exact way it is. This is the way it should be. This is the way that life, this is the rule that applies across the board. This brings me to the conclusion that you as a person has to make the decision whether or not there is extraterrestrial out there. I've given you the information, and the best thing that you can do is figure out for yourself if there's life out there. I personally think there is. Maybe the government's hiding it from us. Who knows? It really doesn't matter. Thank you.